The 20-something Gen Z internet philosopher living in his parents' basement is pretty much a meme at this point, but I don't think it's just a symptom of a culture where too many people are terminally online. When you're in your 20s, you're going to feel lost. You are partway between who you were as an adolescent and who you will be as a fully matured adult. And you are realizing a lot of things about the world that you just didn't see when you were younger. And you're feeling frustration at a lot of it. And you're trying to figure out your identity, your meaning, your purpose, and the roles that you're going to play in this life. And so it's really not that unusual for someone to dig into old philosophy books or to look at ancient history. Now, in your 20s, this is almost certainly going to come out as pseudo-intellectual internet slop at some point. It is what it is. And philosophies that sound good on the page don't necessarily translate to practical results in day-to-day life. People, I think, often forget that philosophies have always been competing all throughout history. I don't think there's ever been a time when everybody came to a consensus and said, oh yeah, this is the philosophy that is the ultimate truth and it's all settled. But when you're in your 20s, you feel very alone and isolated in a lot of cases. And one way that you can feel less alone is realizing that across time, many others have felt the way you've felt. They've thought the way that you've thought. They've worried about the things you've worried about. And all of the things that are happening today have really happened before. War is nothing new. Economic decline is nothing new. And the decline of civilizations is not new. Eras where young people had so much trouble finding their way in the world because the system was not set up for them to thrive is nothing new. And so it can be very comforting. It can validate a lot of what you are feeling and thinking when you see that there is nothing new under the sun. Because when you're in your 20s, you're trying to find your place in history, even if it ultimately will be a small one, which it will be for most of us. And so while the internet part might be new, the philosopher part certainly isn't.